Written by Stephen Accardi, illustrated by John Kastner. Leaving the city. The car ride was long and silent. Leo did not want to leave the city, but his father wanted him to meet his new girlfriend, Lucinda. The boy wished his parents were still together, that they hadn't divorced, but he felt resigned that there was nothing he could do about it. When he asked why his parents separated, his father would often say it wasn't in the stars. As they pulled off the highway, Leo noticed how different the sceneries looks. Farmhouse and silos dotted the vast plain and large fields. Herds of cows relaxed with calves in the cool green grass. As they ascended the hill, a canopy of the trees covered them. It was so different from the concrete pathways, garbage-filled alleyways, and traffic-strained byways to which he was so accustomed. Lucinda has a son of the 5th grade too. His name is Donald. I'm sure two of you will get this just fine. I'm sure, Leo muttered standoffishly. Lucinda's house was crowded, tucked back from the road, bordering a forest. She sat on the porch, sipping iced tea from a glass with a slice of lemon clinging to the rim. Thomas, you made it, she smiled, skipping down the stairs to meet them. Sweeping her arms to take in the view, she laughed. Not quite like going to the office, huh? It's amazing how different it is out here, Thomas agreed, greeting Lucinda with a grin. Then he put his arm around Leo's shoulders. Lucinda, this is my son, Leo. Lucinda extended her hand, but Leo didn't budge, keeping his eyes glued to the ground. Sometimes he's a little shy, Thomas tried to explain. Lucinda crouched down to Leo's height, which didn't require much effort, because Leo was quite a bit taller than the average 5th grader. My son, Donald, is around back. Why don't you hang out with him? Think he plans to go fishing. Do you like fishing? Leo didn't answer, but begrudgingly dragged himself onto the porch and toward the backyard. Leo found Donald pushing on a large tree trunk, barely managed to lift it off the ground. Donald was much smaller and shorter than Leo. What are you doing? Asked Leo. A little help here, Donald said, still straining to move the tree trunk. Leo joined in, and with their combined strength, the two overturned the tree trunk. Wasps and bugs and gnats both littered around. Donald reached for an old soup lichen nearby and began scooping in fresh worms and dirt. Leo squatted narrowing his brow. Haven't you ever been fishing before? Donald asked. With worms? They're disgusting. What do you use? Nothing. I've never been fishing. I live in the city. There's nothing but concrete there. Leo cracked a faint smile. He decided that Donald was all right. The two exchanged names and handshakes, even though Donald's hands were still covered with warm slime. My mom wanted me to take you fishing before dinner. It's getting late, so we have to fish quickly. But the sun is about to set. Grab the poles and let's get going. Leo grabbed two long, skinny tree branches that each fishing line tied onto it. When he looked over, he saw Donald already on the trail, headed into the woods. The woods were dense and scent with a musty dog pine, kind of smell that clings to a sweater. Leo coughed as the cloudy scent overwhelmed his senses. He had a difficult time adjusting his eyes to the channel in a dismissing light, and he tripped over a few protruding birch roots. Donchell paid little attention to Leo as maintained a steady pace towards the creek. A sudden rustling in the nearby trees made Leo jump. What was that? He yelled. Nothing to worry about. Probably just a squirrel. Donchell called back in an attempt to calm Leo's nerves. Wait a minute, where is it? It didn't work. Leo's breath became heavier and shorter with nervousness. Another noise only exacerbated his anxiety. Leo darted to the left. Is it to the right? Circling wide-eyed. Is it a bear? Is it a bear? He huffed. Donchell started to look back. There are no bears here. Just then a fox peered from around the tree. Its eyes shined with those of foxes. Donchell actually a chuckle pointing for Leo to see. Leo screamed, dropped the fishing pole, and both turned farther into the wood. Wait, Donchell shouted, dropping a container of vomit chase at the Leo. After a while, Leo's ability rush subsided. He darted over in exhaustion. A fatigued Donchell finally called out to him, and both of the boys tried to get their breath. What's the matter with you? I thought Fox was going to attack me, Leo gasped. Why would you want to do that? It's more afraid of you, especially now. And besides, it was like 20 feet away, just passing through, just like we were passing through the creek. After a pause, Leo asked the Donchell what had happened to the fishing equipment. Good question. I think you did it about a mile back, along with your bravery. Where are we? Leo asked, trying to change the topic. Another outstanding question. Would you knock it off? How was I supposed to know what the fox wouldn't attack me? I've never seen a fox before, except for one time on TV. This hunter was hunted, and he got mauled by a bear. A fox is not a bear. I know that, Leo shouted, kicking some dirt in front of him. Okay, chill out. So where are we going now? I don't know. What do you mean, don't know? I mean, I haven't been this far out before, and with all the zigzags, I lost track of where we were. Great, and it will be pitch black out here any minute. That actually works in our favor. We'll be able to find our way back more easily in the dark. What are you talking about? How can we get back when we can't see? In the store. Walk over to this clearing. Look up and you'll see the stars. Leo looked up and saw a brilliant area of stars. His jaws clacked. It was quite a sight, and he had seen such a dazzling sky in the city, with the buildings and the street lights and smoke. That kind of view was impossible. And the sky's like this every night? Leo asked. Not on these cloudy nights, but otherwise, yeah, it's like this. The two boys gazed a little while longer, in awe, forgetting a moment that they were lost. Finally, Leo asked, so how are these stars supposed to help us? Simple, by reading them. By reading the constellations, Donchell answered. The what? Leo asked, incredulous. The constellations, the figures are simple in the sky that help people find their way for 6,000 years. Are you crazy? Oh, I see a white dog. Dogs? Donchell was about to shake his head with disgust, but then smiled with an insight. Yeah, dogs, exactly. All you need to do is connect the dots to be able to see a constellation. Want to try? Sancho pointed to a row of 3 stars in a diagonal row. He explained to Lionel that by connecting the dots, he would see the Orion's belt. Sancho added, the star above the belt makes his chest, and below it creates his leg. No way! Orion was a great warrior. If you only use your imagination, you'll be able to see that above his head he's holding a sword as if poised to attack a beast. Wow, I never learned any of this in school. I only learned that the stars are faraway masses of burning gas like the sun. Seriously? Yeah, constellations are really cool, except I don't see how they help us get home. Leo muttered as he crossed his arm. As I was saying before, people have been using star patterns for thousands of years. Fishermen, that is, real fishermen, those who ride out trees on a ship, those not drop their fishing poles when they see a tiny fish. Hey, don't shout, bit his lips to restrain his laughter. Anyway, when fishermen go out to sea, they look to Polaris, the North Star, to navigate their ship because it's always in the north. Some farmer, even today, use the Polaris relationship to the horizon to determine wherever the plant crops to harvest them. But if you can't find the North Star, you'll be pretty much never be lost. The North Star is always in the handle of the Little Dipper. The what? Asked Leo. Look, Don Trail pointed up to the sky. See the 4 stars that make a cup and then a ladle attached to it? That's the Big Dipper. Once Leo spotted it, Don Trail explained that the 2 stars on the end of the cup were aligned with a bright star. That star, which begins with the ladle of the Little Dipper, is the Polaris, the North Star. So if we face the storm, Leo wandered around. Will we facing north? Dancho nodded, and 2 boys high-fived each other. Jubilant, they had some hope of finding their way in the dark. The celebration didn't last long. However, Dancho's face grew sour as he realized that he didn't know where the north was. It didn't help. He confessed that he didn't know which direction they came from. Don't worry, Leo said. When we started out on our expedition, I noticed that the sun was setting in front of us. I don't see many sunsets back home, so I made an impression on me. My science teacher told us once that the sun always sets in the west, which sort of the rise, so I remember it. When we left your home, we must have been walking west toward the setting sun. To get back, we need to face north and walk east to the right. Relief washed over Donchard's face. Leo continued, I suspect that at some point we'll hit the crease of yours. If we follow it back, it's still heading east. We should come to our house, right? You're a genius, Donchard and Leo were in high spirits. The two had helped each other with their respective knowledge. Both were excited to get back, and seeing it was long back dinner time. They were both hungry, but the excitement was short-lived. More noise. Just after a few minutes, the boys heard noise again. Leo panicked. Donchell tried to calm him down, but Leo was far too frightened. He began to breathe faster and dart around again, knowing that Leo could board at any moment, delaying their arrival time even further. Donchard distracted them with a star. Did you know that there's a constellation named after you? Stop it. I'm terrified that the fox is after me again. Seriously, Leo the Lion is a constellation. The anxious fifth grader began to listen. Really? Donchard pointed to the Big Dipper. Remember the star on the tip of the cup I pointed to the North Star. Find the same one, but instead look south. See that bright white star in the middle of Leon's chest? Some say there is a heart. Leon followed Dontra's gaze into heavens. Legend has it that Leon the lion has the toughest skin of the great animal. It was impenetrable, so he feared nothing. Leon and Dontrable stood in the silence for a moment, regarding the line in the sky. Finally, Leon felt he could be brave like the lion and nodded to Dontra that he was ready to continue. The boy heard the creek before they saw it, but once they caught sight of it, they ran to it, overjoyed. The two creek water at each other and laughed. They almost made it. Now, all they needed to do was to follow Creek home. The boys real-chained themselves one last time before starting to hike again. But their eager step was as many in mid-air when they heard a noise up ahead. Two froze and strained their ears. Sweat began to break on the Leo's foreheads. Don Chan held his breath. They came from behind the bushes, a fox a mere 5 feet away. Its long, bushy tail flicked back and forth. The fox furtively crept onto a rock in front of them and slowly cranked his neck on the thwart of the creek. Just before its tongue touched the creek water, Xiao shifted the weight into its other foot, intermittently snapping a twig. The dog fixed over again and in Leo's direction, locked eyes with him. No one moved, neither boy nor beast. Then Leo started walking toward the white animal. What are you doing? Are you crazy? Donja whispered through his teeth. I'm just passing through. Leo whispered back. What? Wow, then Donja. It's in the stars. Leo slowly walked toward the fox. After just a few steps, the rust-colored animal bounded away across the creek and into the woods. Doncha exhaled. You are the fearless lion. I suppose I am, chunked Leo. Back home, when Doncha and Leo finally reached the house, their parents scolded them for their laziness and retrieved that they were safe. After a late dinner, Leo and his father prepared for their drive back to the city. Lucinda invited Leo to stay for the weekend, but instead he asked whether she and Doncha would visit them in the city. Lucinda promised that they would. Leo extended his hand, and he and Doncha shook, knowing they would have many more adventures together. Good job!
perfect